Have you ever felt like you're always the one chasing? Like no matter what you do, people don't respect you the way you want. Maybe you text first, you over-explain yourself, or you try too hard to impress others, only to be met with indifference. Why does it feel like the more you care, the less they do? The truth is, most men lose power because they talk too much, seek too much approval, and give away control without even realizing it. But high-value men, they play by a different set of rules. They know that silence is powerful, boundaries are necessary, and self-respect is non-negotiable. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." In other words, stop seeking approval and start focusing on your own value. In this video, I'm going to show you 6 powerful rules that will make people respect you, make women take notice, and make you a man who commands attention without saying a word. If you're ready to change the way the world treats you, let's begin. Lesson 1. Master the art of silence. Most men talk too much. They explain, defend, and try to prove themselves in every conversation, thinking that saying more will earn them respect. But in reality, the more you talk, the weaker you seem. Imagine you're in an argument. Instead of staying calm, you start explaining yourself over and over, hoping the other person will understand your point, but they barely listen. They've already made up their mind, and your words don't change anything. Instead, you look desperate or think about texting. You send a long message explaining your thoughts, trying to clear things up. The reply? A short, one-word response. Silence. And suddenly you feel powerless. As Lao Tzu once said, "Silence is a source of great strength." People don't expect silence. It makes them uncomfortable. It forces them to think. When you stop reacting emotionally and let silence do the work, you take back control. Instead of chasing respect, you start commanding it effortlessly. To master this, start practicing silence in daily life. In arguments, resist the urge to explain yourself. Stay calm and let the other person talk. They will often reveal more than they should. In conversations, pause before speaking. It makes your words carry more weight. And in texting, stop over-explaining. Say what you need to say, then leave it at that. When you become comfortable with silence, people start leaning in, paying attention, and treating you differently. A man who controls his words controls his presence, and that's the kind of man who earns true respect. Lesson 2. Stop seeking validation. Most men don't realize how much they crave approval. They constantly check their phones, waiting for a reply. They double text when someone doesn't respond. They over-explain their actions, hoping to be understood. They ask, "Did I upset you?" Or, "Are we okay?" Without even noticing how weak it makes them look. The more you seek validation, the less people respect you. Think about it. Have you ever seen a confident man begging for approval? High-value men don't chase validation because they don't need it. They know their worth isn't defined by someone else's opinion. The moment you stop looking for approval, people start seeing you differently. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The approval of others is a fickle thing. It's unreliable, temporary, and completely out of your control. When you base your self-worth on how others see you, you give them power over your emotions. And when a woman realizes you need her approval to feel valuable, she loses respect for you instantly. If you want to break free from this, shift your focus inward. The next time you catch yourself seeking validation, stop and ask, why does their opinion matter? Does it change who I am? You'll realize that their approval holds no real power unless you allow it to. Instead of looking outward for confidence, build it from within. Improve yourself, set goals, and focus on your own growth. The less you seek validation, the more respect you will gain. And when you truly understand this, you become the kind of man people admire. Not because you ask them to, but because they have no choice. Lesson 3. Build an irresistible life. Most men make the mistake of revolving their lives around other people, especially women. They wait for her text, clear their schedule just to be available, and put all their energy into winning her attention. But here's the hard truth. The more you make her the center of your world, the less interested she becomes. Think about it. Have you ever noticed how women are naturally drawn to men who seem busy, focused, and driven? That's because attraction isn't just about looks or charm. It's about wide in on energy. A man who is passionate about his own life gives off a different kind of presence. He's not chasing anyone because he's too busy chasing his own purpose. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." If your thoughts are centered on waiting for someone else's attention, you will always feel empty. But if your mind is focused on self-improvement, ambition, and growth, you become someone who doesn't need validation. You create your own. So stop wasting time overanalyzing her Instagram stories or waiting for her to text back. Instead, put that energy into leveling up your own life. Hit the gym, build new skills, and chase goals that actually matter. A man with purpose is naturally attractive, not just to women, but to everyone. When you create a life that excites you, people will notice, and the best part, you won't even care if they do. Lesson 4. Set boundaries like a king. Most men let people walk all over them because they're afraid of losing approval. They tolerate disrespect, stay silent when they're uncomfortable, and avoid confrontation at all costs. They think being nice will earn them love and respect, but in reality, it does the opposite. The more you let things slide, the less people take you seriously. Have you ever noticed how women test men? They cancel plans last minute, ignore messages, or make small, disrespectful comments just to see how you react. If you tolerate it, they lose respect for you. If you push back emotionally, you look weak. But if you calmly enforce your boundaries, everything changes. Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Boundaries aren't about controlling others. They're about controlling yourself. You can't stop people from testing you, but you can control how you respond. When you stand firm and refuse to tolerate disrespect, you show people exactly what kind of treatment you accept. Setting boundaries is simple. If someone crosses a line, don't get emotional. Just let them know. That doesn't work for me. If they keep pushing, walk away. No explanations, no arguments, just action. A man who respects himself commands respect from others. And when you start enforcing boundaries, you'll notice something powerful. People won't just respect you more. They'll be drawn to you in a way they never were before. Shakati Riyor. Lesson 5. Detach emotionally. Most men get too emotionally invested too quickly. They overthink every text, worry about every small change in her behavior, and let their mood depend on how she treats them. When she's warm, they feel on top of the world. When she's distant, they spiral into doubt and anxiety. This emotional roller coaster is exhausting, and worse, it makes you look weak. Women are drawn to men who are emotionally steady, not men who crumble under pressure. The moment she realizes you're too attached, the attraction fades. It's not because she wants a heartless man, it's because neediness is unattractive. A man who can't control his emotions is a man who can't control his life. As the Stoics teach, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. You can't control how someone feels about you. You can't force her to text back, to stay interested, or to choose you. But you can control how you react, and that's where true power lies. Detachment doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop over-caring. You protect your peace. You enjoy the moment without obsessing over the outcome. If she pulls away, you let her. If things don't go your way, you move forward without losing yourself. The less you rely on others for emotional stability, the more attractive and powerful you become. When you master detachment, you don't just become a better man, you become a man no one can break. Now we are about the video. Now it is time to change your life. Write down a comment and pounce them. Say that you want to change your life, no matter how difficult it is to change. I will read each of them. Your comment features one of the best comments in our channel. If you want a daily dose of unfiltered motivation, subscribe to our channel.